Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with House of the Dragon. Last time around we had A Son for a Son to start off Season 2. If you're wondering why my voice is so low and soft right now, yet a bit gravelly, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the day. This is the last thing I'm recording today. And I just looked at the time on this episode. It's an hour and 9 minutes long. And if I had realized that, I might have shifted around my schedule a bit. But whatever. So, Rhaenyra is still mourning the death of her son, Luke, and declared that she wanted Aemon Targaryen. Daemon went to King's Landing to get some rat catchers to assassinate Aemon. But then, when they couldn't find him, they instead killed Aegon's son, which a lot of you have pointed out because they did say, well, what if we don't find him? And then they cut away. Obviously, Daemon told them to do that. So this will go over well, I'm sure. And also, Alicent is banging Sir Criston, which is probably not a good thing. He probably should have been guarding the queen and the prince and the princess, and maybe the prince wouldn't be dead. But why point fingers there when we can point fingers, at Daemon? You can always point a finger at Daemon, so if anything bad is happening, there's probably a chance Daemon is involved somehow, so yeah. This is a long episode, and my voice is exhausted, so we might as well not waste any more time and just jump right in and have a grand old time in the world of Westeros. So let's get started. Fucking Criston. Look at that guy exploded.
Traitors and villains! Fire from the sky!
He loved his son.
War! I declare war!
I
declare war!
And Viserys spent so much time on that model.
And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the Night's Watch.
Abed. Abed! Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
This is not the time for blind accusations.
Banging your mom, Your Grace.
Who did tell the realm she has done this?
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls, within our own beds. I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon.
Ooh.
I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored! Escorted to the dragon pit to be burned as a Targaryen prince. Jaehaerys was my grandson. I loved him. I will not have him die in
He's
vain.
a great-grandson, actually.
Those who declared for Rhaenyra, will they still support her when they hear of her depravity, or will they rather not renounce her? Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
His son's head was cut off, and all you're talking about is PR.
Realm must see the sorrow of the crown, a sorrow best expressed through its most gentle souls.
Women make the tears flow.
I think you'll all agree the king himself must be spared.
What, he can't even attend his own son's funeral?
When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
Eh.
Sometimes we have to pretend.
Why?
We are representatives
PR.
of whom we have a duty.
Oh boy.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen. He paid us half now, half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. Employed by the household. I don't know his right name.
Kept saying cheese. Used to have a dog, doesn't anymore. Ugh. Sewed the head back on. shit. Fucking potholes. Oh, tell me that body doesn't fall out.
It is yet unclear how the keep itself was breached. The boy's head was severed from his body. Thousands witnessed the procession.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
Appears so.
She's confused.
Having lost my own son. That I would inflict such a thing. On Helena, of all people. An innocent.
Your own sister. Half-sister, even.
The death of Prince...
She knows.
And an insult. A mother so agreed...
He's not doing well hiding it, either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to laugh, but...
I cannot trust you, Damon.
Yeah.
I've never trusted you, wholly. Much though I wished to, willed myself to. But now I have seen that your heart belongs only to you. And when I was a child, I took this as a challenge, but I'm older now. I have challenges enough.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you?
Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom? Because of your virtue?
How dare you?
Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me? Because he knew your legacy, unlike mine, would never outshine his own?
He was not afraid of you, Damon! He could not trust you.
Yeah.
Any more than I can trust you.
He was a fool. Who sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child.
That hasn't...
It was a mistake.
Yeah.
My father?
Eh.
He must follow his own path.
God, I forgot about their entire family tree. Yeah, they do have 2 other children. That's Rhaenyra's fucking... Oh, God. Oh, these people with white hair look the same.
It's a reminder of yesterday, I think. The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence. Do it now. The white cloak is a symbol of our purity.
Which you don't have.
Our fidelity.
Which you don't have.
King's Guard are a sacred trust.
Which you don't have.
Will you so easily sully our ancient honor?
Pot calling the kettle black over here.
Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered?
Where were you, bitch?
His Grace wished to entertain his companions in the throne room. But if you thought to go upstairs, where were you, Lord Commander?
Hey, you want to play this game?
And why has Helena the Queen been granted no sworn protector? Surely once she ascended, she should have... Oh, brother! He's a thief and a traitor to the crown.
These dudes are out of here. Nope, not dealing with this.
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls. How would I enter? Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. We are sworn to serve forthrightly, not to traffic in deception. Put down the pretender and you will end a war before it begins.
Why don't you do it?
Now will you go? Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
This guy's good at playing a douche.
Sir Harwin strong?
He was gentle and fierce.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that.
Called him...
It was Harwin Strong that's his father, not... For some reason I got it in my head that it was Kristen.
Damon sent them to kill me.
Oh. It's Aemon.
I was out.
You were with me.
In truth, I am proud. That he considers me such a foe.
Yeah.
And that he seeks to murder me in my bed. He's afraid of me.
He's afraid of Vhagar.
You don't think Damon will challenge her?
Not as such. But neither can he allow her to command him.
Did he? I have on occasion found that to be quite enjoyable.
toiled in service, I stole, I sold my own body for coin or bread. And I listened. I collected confidences. I made myself valuable to powerful men. Bit by bit, I earned my living. A house, a household, a home. Then they set it all aflame. Damon, Otto Hightower. Makes no difference. They will never accept me. Might as well have remained a whore.
This is getting topical, I feel like.
My son.
Oh no. What happened?
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
Oh. Well, they did get cheese. Aw, what a good dog, I guess. Dog should have just taken a shit and walked away.
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100
They are fathers and brothers and sons. And their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name.
It's like the most emotion Otto Hightower's had.
After all I've done for you, thoughtless, feckless.
Oh no, the fecks.
News of Rhaenyra's monstrous crime spreads through the realm. The great houses falter. They cannot but come to our side.
I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act. Sir Kristen Cole has acted.
He told him. What does that mean?
And what has Sir Kristen Cole?
I love that. It's just... What does that mean?
To slay Rhaenyra.
He did what?
He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
Alison, Sir Kristen Cole is out there chasing metaphors. He's done what?
You never think of your father. His forbearance, his judiciousness, his dignity.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge. My father is dead.
He is. And we are the poorer for it.
Damn. Even he has to admit nothing good has come after Viserys.
He was right about you.
Ooh. Wow. I enjoy this, I'm gonna lie.
Is that what you think?
She's gonna leave on that.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
You wouldn't dare.
I have dared. And I find it stimulating.
Then I'd hate to see you after the ecstasy ends.
Give it to Cole.
Oh, now he's really fucked.
In this hour, you have proven yourself of more worth than 100 old men. My new hand will be a steel fist.
Boy, his odds are lowering with every passing second. Oh, is she gonna see Sir Eric? Oh, his beard's not long enough. Wait, don't move. Keep moving though. The braid.
I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Brother!
Ugh.
Do not do this. I beg you.
You gotta keep a hold of which one's which.
You are the one who betrayed us, Eric.
Well, the one with the longer beard is the one you can trust. Oof. Alright, come on, man. Elinda, go get other people. Ooh. Ooh.
Me, your grace.
Alright, good job, Laurent.
Witch!
Which is Eric?
The one with the longer beard.
We were born together. You partied us!
Probably that one is Eric.
I still love you, brother.
Or Eric. Damn it. Ah! Oh. Well, someone got stabbed. No, that one. I think that one's the good one. He's got the longer beard, right?
Your Grace.
Stay back, just in case.
Forgive me.
No.
Oh!
No.
Well, that kind of eliminates the problem, doesn't it?
You know as well as I do that Aegon must be kept in check, as does Sir Christian, the two of them together.
It's like a chimp with a machine gun.
It's not temperate.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the petty satisfaction of vengeance.
Damn. Otto's such an interesting character.
I can't stay here.
I'm out of here.
The High Towers still have strength, and you have a son there who'll take more kindly to instruction. Daron may yet help us in weeks to come.
She has a third son? I forgot Darren existed.
The younger peacocks. All shrieking and feathers.
Emphasis on the cock.
But we will yet prevail and bring forth peace, I still believe. As long as you and I
Hey, man.
hold fast.
You raised your daughter. Like, let's say that. I mean, to your specifications, but hey, that's something.
I have sinned.
Apart from this, little part, but whatever.
I do not wish to hear of it.
I don't want to know, bro. You can't be serious. Don't. Yes! But don't let that be, like, exciting. Yeah. Good grief. It's interesting. This episode, I feel like more than any other episode of this series, has really talked about war is PR. This whole thing has just been the greatest PR disaster in history. That's all this is PR. And the only person who understands this truly is Otto Hightower. But I mean, I guess the others, at least on his side, I mean, Alicent knows. Alicent understands, but I guess her only problem is banging Kristen. That guy is really good at playing a character that just sucks. He just sucks, Again, though, like with last episode, I like that this doesn't just demonize Aegon. Like, they could have so easily gone the Joffrey route of it, but, like, you understand why he's furious, You understand his anger. And you understand his sadness, just right at the end, that moment is like, this impulse of, taking away the hand of the king from Otto and giving it to Kristen Cole and everything. It's like, and he's like, fuck protocol and everything and PR. I just want vengeance and stuff. And so you're kind of on Otto's side where it's like, the young, they just want they're just, squeaking and squawking about petty vengeance. They don't see the bigger picture and everything. And you're like, yeah, he's stupid. These guys are stupid. But then you understand why Aegon is doing this. Just that raw emotion, his son is dead, you know? His son is dead, and he's just not in the state of mind for PR, you know? He's just not in a state of mind for PR, so... No, it's about the same. Oh, well. Anywho. And I mean, it is a thing of, you know, with Daemon, was he telling the truth? Did he really not, you know, did he not tell them to kill Jacaerys? I mean, it's kind of obvious, though. It's kind of obvious that he did, but that's the thing, is that now it's just it's hurt her position so much more, you know, because that is the exact fuel for the fire that that Otto can use against Rhaenyra, you know, and even Rhaenyra for a second, you know, just saying, it's like, well, no, we didn't do this. It's obviously a lie. Why would I do something like that? Why would I inflict that kind of pain? It's like, having just lost my own son, why would I inflict that pain on Helena, you know? Specifically on Helena, you know? But even her own council is doubting her. It's like, well, maybe it was just I figured it was just, you know, a mistake, you know? Just a heat of the moment kind of thing. So, you know, it is one of those things where, because I think I said this last episode, it's like, it's exactly the thing where, you know, when they show Lord Stark and the wall and everything, it's like, man, you know, there's one slightly appealing thing about the wall. You don't have to deal with the politics. Now, granted, most people do not have to deal with the politics. We, as the audience, have to deal with the politics, but that's just because we're watching it, you know? It's like, at the wall, there are no politics. Other than, you know, is there an asshole? That's not really politics, that's just an asshole, you know? Or who is, you know, do you have a good Lord Commander, you know? And I mean, honestly, I would kind of extend that to just all of the North, not even just the wall, but it's like, all of Stark territory, I feel like they're just like, let those fucking Southerners do their thing, you know? Let those weirdo Southerners play their games and stuff. I mean, that's exactly why, you know, Ned Stark, when he went south, is just like, him playing that game, you know, he can do a war. It's the same with Robert, honestly, with Robert Baratheon. It's like, yeah, Robert knows his way around a war. He loves a good war, but it's like this show. It's like the war still hasn't actually started. It's like, you keep talking about it, it keeps not happening, you know? Like, the war keeps not happening. And this is twice in these episodes now. It's just like, but if you wait a little bit longer, we will have the war. It's like, it's literally like, I'm almost wondering if this season we're never actually going to get to a battle, you know? And Rhaenyra cannot trust Daemon. I mean, it's an interesting thing that, if anything, her relationship with Daemon is now almost identical to Viserys' relationship with Daemon, you know? Viserys could not trust Daemon, you know? Could not trust him with the throne. That's why he chose Rhaenyra, you know? Why he would never choose Daemon as his rightful heir, even though technically Daemon was his heir before Aegon, you know? But he just couldn't do it. He could not trust Daemon, and Daemon viewed him as a fool who would not, you know, who would not spill blood, and now he sees the same in Rhaenyra, you know? But there's a difference of spilling blood and spilling innocent blood. Jacaerys did not need to die, you know? Jacaerys did not need to die. Luke also did not need to die. But, you know, the whole thing of, you know, it's like, oh, it's, you know, Daemon views me as a worthy foe, you know? And it's like, oh, Daemon should be afraid of you. It's like, no. Again, like, everything they talk about Aemond, it's not about Aemond. It's just his dragon. Vhagar is so big and so powerful. That is the threat. But some of that threat goes away if you eliminate its rider, you know? And there's also the question of, will Daemon, even if they get through all of this, will Daemon challenge Rhaenyra? Is this all just a long ploy for Daemon to be put on the throne? I don't know. And it's interesting because Rhaenys does, say it's like, it's not really that he would challenge her, but he still can't be trusted, you know? He wouldn't just, start his own faction against her, but I don't know. You don't know what he's capable of, really. I like the conversation with the girl. I don't remember what like her code name was. Let me see if I can remember it. It was the white something, but I can't remember what. The white worm, Missaria, that was it. Okay. I just could not remember her name, but yeah, Missaria, the white worm. So that conversation was interesting, just the whole thing of like, like she built herself up over many years, but she knows, Daemon, Otto Hightower, they'll never truly accept her. And it's interesting because that's obviously a reflection on Rhaenyra that it's like these men will never accept you, which, if anything, is what Rhaenys told her back in the first episode of the show, where back when we had little baby Rhaenyra, but it's like, they will never accept a woman on the Iron Throne, and even now it's like, Otto Hightower, but now, especially after what's happened, Daemon, it's like you cannot trust them. Even if you build yourself up, it is an impossible task, basically, So it's just such an, and I mean, I don't want to get like too existential about it, but man, what videos were they? Were they like, I swear on like Vinland Saga and The Sopranos, I've mentioned like, no, not Vinland Saga, I think, but Jujutsu Kaisen. We've been talking about like, I briefly have mentioned on those shows, I think, humans are such strange animals, like we are so weird and so different from all other life on Earth, and because this ties into something I said last season, where it's just like, it's just a penis. Who cares? Now, granted, this has gone further to, well, the Hightowers want Hightower Targaryen blood, But, like, the whole thing of, like, oh, they will never accept a queen on the Iron Throne, it's just like, it's just a penis. In the brilliant words of James May, statistically, we all have half of one. Like, what weird creatures we are that we just, like, that so many will denounce, almost literally half of the population, half of our entire species, because they don't have a little tube that pees, with two little dingle dangles underneath it. Like, stop and think about that. That's the dumbest thing you've ever heard, right? But that's because we're the dumbest thing we've ever heard. Because humans are stupid. Humans, as a concept, is dumb. We are dumb. And yet, we are the dominant species on Earth. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how we exist, how we function, and yet we are. We are. Quite frankly, we're just stupid. That it's just like, oh, You don't have two little squishy, squishy things that hurt when you squeeze them and a little tube that goes and pisses. Well, I can't take you seriously. Sorry. It's just like, it's just one of those things where like you like literally like we turned to Walter White just like, Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? But Rhaenyra will never be accepted. It's just stupid. And then Otto, that frustration. I feel like, is that the most, like, the highest he's raised his voice, Like, that seems like the most he's raised his voice in this entire show. And it's just like, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I get it. He is dealing with morons. Like, he is in a war of PR. And it's just not working, I mean, goodness, are there parallels to today? A bit, I would say. I mean, they say war never changes, PR never changes, He's trying to put an impulsive idiot in charge of everything, and that idiot just keeps making things worse and worse and worse. And I'm not going to name names, but sometimes, that's a bit applicable to even today. Good grief, man. And we also had the duel of the Erics. Eric versus Eric. God, that's hard to say. That's hard to distinguish those two letters, but in the end, Sir Eric won, which was good. But in order to prove it, in order to get his queen's forgiveness, he killed himself. So, a man went out on his own terms, serving his queen. You know what? I gotta give it to him. The man died an honorable death there. That was pretty good. You know who doesn't live honorably, though? Kristen. He doesn't even die dishonorably. He just keeps living, and it's terrible. Freaking Kristen. He sucks so much. I can't believe how spectacularly Kristen sucks. Like, above all other characters on this show, he sucks the most. He was voted most likely to suck eggs in high school. Okay, grief. Next episode, I won't be so tired because I'll film House of the Dragon first thing in the morning, which I'm sure will be fun. But I'll be doing it first thing in the morning now that Doctor Who is done, so. But yeah, that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my House of the Dragon reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.